Hi, my name is Jerry Reed. I'm an AMSOIL dealer and I've been a dealer for over 30 years now. This little video I'd like to talk to you about compressor oils, particularly piston compressor oils. I know a lot of you people out there have compressors either in your shop or in your garage or maybe in your basement, and you run hand tools with them and you do all kinds of things with compressed air. You know enough about compressors, piston compressors, that when that compressor is running it generates a lot of heat, and if it's just shut down, you would be foolish enough to go over and put your hand on the crankcase because you're going to burn your hand. But if you take that compressor, shut it down, drain the oil, let all the air out of the tank, and you take AMSOIL compressor oil, you put it in that compressor, you light it off so that she runs its full cycle. Once it shuts down, you'll be able to walk over and hold your hand on that crankcase because it'll only be warm. It'll never get hot again. And piston compressors, you're supposed to change that oil every 500 hours, running petroleum compressor oil in them. And that's the manufacturer's recommending, every 500 hours. Very few people pay any attention to the hours. A lot of people run them well beyond the 500 hours, and eventually you'll have problems because of it. And they wear, and they have problems with moisture and so forth. Our compressor oil, on the back of the bottle, it says, may be used in compressor applications up to 8,000 plus hours. This compressor oil you can run for over 8,000 hours if you so desire. The compressor will run cooler, the compressor will run much quieter, and the compressor will use much less energy. And that compressor will last you 3 to 5 times longer. Give you an idea, this is a brochure out of on AMSOIL industrial grade compressor oils. On the back there's a testimonial, and it's from Sears Tire America stores. Every Sears Tire America store in this country runs our compressor oil. A dealer down in Virginia went into one of the Tire America stores several years back and saw that they were using these big fans to blow on the compressors to help dissipate the heat. And he spoke to the manager and said, well, you know, what's your problem there? He said, oh, they just run so hot. We're always changing the oil, we have problems with the valves. And so he suggested he try AMSOIL compressor oil in the compressors. Well, and one of the things they did was before they changed over, they measured the amperage draw on the electric motor. And they changed it over. And this is what they say. This is John Small from Sears. He says, I credit AMSOIL compressor oil with savings in 5 areas. By helping our compressors run 20 to 40 degrees cooler, we no longer need fans and special ventilation systems for heat reduction. With those cooler operating temperatures and the fluid's superior stability, our valves don't carbon up, so we don't have to replace them as often. Our compressors draw 10% less amperage with AMSOIL. Well, that pays for the oil, the reduction in energy cost. Our oil consumption is way down, and we've gone from 3-month to 8,000 hour compressor oil drain intervals. Multiply those savings times thousands of compressors and you can see why we're installing AMSOIL nationwide. John Small from Sears. That's what this stuff can do. Put it in your compressor and you'll be much, much happier. This is the article on the back of the industrial compressor oil brochure that AMSOIL has, and this is what it says. I credit AMSOIL compressor oil with savings in 5 areas. By helping our compressors run 20 to 40 degrees cooler, we no longer need fans and special ventilation systems for heat reduction. With those cooler operating temperatures and the fluid superior stability, our valves don't carbon up, so we don't have to replace them as often. Our compressors draw 10% less amperage with AMSOIL. Our oil consumption is way down, and we've gone from 3-month to 8,000 compressor oil drain intervals. Multiply those savings times thousands of compressors, and you can see why we're installing AMSOIL nationwide. John Small from Sears. On the back of the bottle of our compressor oil, it states, may be used in compressor applications up to 8,000 plus hours.